Hi, my name's Glen. I am a police officer with Sussex Police on the Roads Policing Unit. I've been a police officer for over 20 years now, and the last 16 has been as a traffic police officer, so attending and investigating road traffic crashes. Now, as you can imagine, these are everything from a tin pot crash to someone bumping their car in Sainsbury's through to someone crashing and being killed. The last 4 years has been working as part of a casualty reduction team, so dealing with the educational side of road and driving and trying to address some of the issues that we face with predominantly the younger drivers that use our roads. You'll read and see many statistics, and one of those that really sticks in my mind is that one in five drivers will have a crash in their first 6 months of driving. Well, that's tragic, and that's something obviously that we're trying to address. But let's look at what I think is the other four that are doing it really well. And I've no doubt that people constantly stereotype young drivers, and they talk about them as careless, that they're boy racers or girl racers, or they drive too fast. But actually, if you look at it, they've got a very unique skill set. We can build on that skill set, and actually you as younger drivers, or the younger drivers, can influence the opinions of others just by making some small changes. My experience of Drive IQ is that it affords younger drivers the opportunity to sit and have a look through various different technology that ultimately addresses what we're all here to try and achieve, is that make our roads safer. And it does it in such a way that it's not me as a policeman stood there wagging my finger telling people off, or someone from the ambulance service telling you about a horrific crash, but it's just a way in which you can explore various different scenarios safely within the comfort of your own home. Some of the crashes that we go to are horrendous, something that I will never forget. Similarly, we can go to crashes which seem to be absolutely nothing, but people still lose their lives. And as a young driver, and I can remember that when I passed my test, I lived close enough to the driving test centre that I ran home, ripped the old plates off my car and roared off up the road. And in the first 6 months, and it's very coincidental it's that time, I remember driving up to what turned out to be a road closure. The local police in my town had closed the road for a crash, and I was driving so fast that I braked, lost control, slid to a stop as this big burly police officer looked in through my window and scowled at me. So I potted off up the road, thinking nothing more of it. Lo and behold, a minute or two later, I see the police car coming whizzing up behind me and pulled me over and stopped me and gave me the telling off that I'll never forget. It's not about us trying to wag fingers and the police saying do this, do that. It's about trying to give you the heads up. It's almost like having the benefit of hindsight. Obviously, younger drivers are still trying to go through that process of building up that library, that experience where they know that if they go down a certain road at a certain time of day or in certain road conditions, that they could lose control. And it's about trying to highlight those risks now, so that if that situation presents itself, you're that one in those four drivers that don't get involved in that crash, because you've been able to think, actually, these alarm bells are ringing now. I know that driver's going to pull out, or I could lose control, or actually the car's not very stable as I go around that particular bend. So it's just about trying to explore various different things in a way which is enjoyable. And actually, it's a sense of pride, so that you can not only go through various different packages with the Drive IQ program, but ultimately, when you're out there as a driver, that people sit in your car and they go, I went out with such and such in their car the other day, they're a really good driver. Or actually, I feel safe in their car. Or the parents of your friends, or the parents of the people that you take in your cars are confident and comfortable that they can come in the car and there's no risk to them. We all like driving, and whether that's having loud music, having your mates in the car, but it's just having the confidence to be able to recognise things that are developing, and also just having the answers to, if you're feeling pressurised by other people in the car, ask, go on, go a bit faster, come on, you can get around that corner quicker. Those kind of scenarios that ultimately, statistically, are going to go wrong, but it's just a way of being able to deal with that. Having excuses, having, I say, this arsenal, this library of ways in which to deal with that pressure of other people in the car, or wanting to drive fast, or being late for school or college or work. And I say, it's just being able to try and have a way that you can think, do you know what, actually, it's not worth the risk.